I know there's an ambush boss battle on this bridge, but like I've played the game before, so this doesn't really affect me. Like I know, hi Barry, you're going to attack me, and you're going to lead with your Staraptor. But I've played this game before. It doesn't work anymore. How's everyone going? Yes, how's everyone going? That is how you start sentences. This is Nuzlocke Vlogs, where I play Pokemon and I talk about my life and stuff that I'm watching. So the first half of this season of Futurama ended this week, and I thought it was pretty good. God, I am still not used to Magnazone's battle sprite. It's so bad. But and also why? Because I double check boss battles. Barry's Staraptor doesn't know close combat, which is why I'm okay with sending in my Magnazone. Why would you get rid of close combat though? But yeah, Futurama latest season, or I think it's actually half of a season, because it wouldn't be Futurama without the season order being just completely messed up. Like, is this season 11? Is it season 8? Who fucking knows? But the point is, the episode All the Way Down came out, and there won't be episodes for a while, but that's fine, because that was the best episode of this batch. I liked All the Way Down. An episode where, oh shit, is the Futurama world a simulation? And yes, it is, because fucking Bender at the end comes from another simulation higher up the stack. And it has a nice Fry and Lee landing, and there's some interesting philosophy, and there's some decent jokes. I thought it was a good finale. And also they say that one of the simulations is the one that had the Prince and the Pauper, or Prince and the Product episode, for the people who didn't like that episode, but that was an unnecessary retcon because, I got that episode was supposed to be a dumb soap opera episode. Oh, please get to level 37 so I can evolve you, Hippopotas, because I need a good ground type. Well, I don't need it, but it'll help a lot in the fight with Byron. Yeah. I I do like I only a few times a year do it, but weekly television coming out and tuning into it cuz I mostly just binge stuff. Well, I mostly just don't watch TV anymore, but I binge stuff, but it can be nice. It like builds anticipation for the series, and I mean it's not good for every series. Some series are unbearable when it's week to week, and it just slows it down, and the shows are better as a binge. And sometimes they're better week to week, and I don't know what to think of that. I don't know. And I'm excited because it was just announced that the is it Spikes family or Spy family or Spy Cross family, or does it not? It does not matter. I don't know, but new season of that's coming out. That's good. I like that show. It is cute, and I like that Yor is very, very stupid and also has fucking super strength and no one remarks on it. Like, oh yeah, she just kicked a guy 20 feet in the air, and Lloyd's like, I guess she works out. It is the best fucking bit on that show. That Lloyd is the smartest, most suspicious person on the planet, and has the biggest fucking blind spot for his family. It's nice. And now attack me so I can get my Canalive encounter out of the way. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Never mind. I've already got one of you. Get the fuck out, Tentacool. Get the fuck out. I do have a rant for this episode. There's a thing in my personal life that I want to talk about. I want to rant, but I'm gonna get mad in it, and I don't want to start off the episode too angry. But I got some shit to work out that I want to vocalize. I don't know. I had a rough week this week, and because of that, I didn't get to read enough Homestuck. Truly, that is the biggest consequence of things not going good in your life, that you can't read Homestuck for the video essay you're making on Homestuck, which is coming out in a few weeks, whatever. And also, I'm going to be a week late. Going to be a week late with this week's Fates deep dive, but I'm going to try and get next year. And my goal is end of the year. My goal with all of these projects is end of the year. And I don't know. I've been doing a lot of writing for Day of Apotheosis. I I don't know. I probably won't get that game done by the end of the year, but I just gotta keep pushing. End of the year, a little work at a time, get these projects done so I have less on my plate and can be less stressed about getting dumb things done. Because I do a lot of dumb stuff that don't matter, a lot of like side projects just as hobby, and these get piled up and I work on too many things at once, and it stresses me out because I need to get it done because I put schedules on myself because if I don't put schedules on myself, they don't get done. But schedules make me stressed out, and I don't know. My life isn't that hard. Just I've been feeling stressed lately. Oh, you know what's going on with my job now that I oh, that is a BS thing about my job. That well, it's not actually that hard, but it's a lot of time and involvement, and it was pretty much all I did today. Is election season's coming up? Yay! And I don't have the temperament necessary to be a national news reporter, which is fine because I'm a local reporter, which means I'm reporting on local government. And hey, I cover a county. I cover a whole county of 10,000 people. How many fucking local office positions you think are up for election in that area? Like 10,000 people? Oh, 2, 3, 50, 57? There are what? There are 57 different contested races? Like, not even just. Like, there's dozens more if you do every single race because it's like 16 little towns that each have like a mayor and 5 city council seats and there's school boards and stuff. Oh, God. Oh, God. Where's the fucking Wingle? Just give me a Wingle so I can cross it off my list, please. So, yeah, I am cold calling random people running for office and doing short interviews with them and then typing them up to put in the newspaper. That is what the next month is for me. I was informed that I had to do this on Wednesday, and so far I've written 10 and also interviewed like 5 more people. And it is gonna be a few weeks of this stuff because, you know, I've got to do my job good now because I got in fucking trouble with my job. I messed up bad. I got in fucking trouble. That's funny. You're gonna see I'm checking Candlelight City is why I'm not focusing on the game. I'm checking because I'm positive that you can get Pelipper here or Wingle here, and it's oh son of a bitch. I've just been wasting time. I have been wasting your time. That is only in Diamond Pearl. I can get to Finion with a good rod though. So it's a good thing I decided to double check that because I was wasting time. But enough dancing around it. Well, I don't have to confess to this stuff. I don't know. But now I like talking things out and I need to talk about someone. I was attending like one of those town hall things they have where people can talk to a representative of a political candidate, not the actual political candidate, and the candidate writes down all the concerns from people. And if you go to these, because you have to report on them as a reporter, if you go to them, you realize, oh shit, the people in my area are the worst fucking human beings. Just very bad people, and also very stupid. Like, the lady who wanted Chuck Grassley it was a Grassley representative who I was talking to, wanted to be passed on to the senator that the windmills are causing the droughts. Well, it's climate change. Climate change, that's not real. It's the windmills. And also it's causing the storms. Like that derecho a few years back. There isn't windstorms in Iowa. What is this Tornado Alley you speak of? This is a new thing caused by the wind turbines. Oh, that lady was so fucking stupid. Let's see, hold on. Let's do the commenter, because I named Pokemon after commenters. But Matt Sparza, I'm going to do Sparza. Or I'll do Matt. Says, great story, reminds me of the Waters of Babylon. I would love to see where this story goes. I don't know what the Waters of Babylon is, admittedly, but someone liked City of the Gods, which is a story I wrote a long time ago, like when I was in college. Metaspars, that's fine. Like, the idea of that story is it's post-apocalyptic and they don't have good idea of what world was like before the apocalypse, and it's going into a city to get books on medical care so they can heal sick people. And like the interesting thing about that, I've distracted myself from what I was talking about. But that's fine. The interesting thing I did in that story was, um, so we've got these people who live out in the wilderness outside the city of San Francisco, but outside a city that was destroyed in a nuclear war. And they're afraid to go into the city because, well, the city was destroyed by the gods for having untold knowledge. But they occasionally go into the city to get information so that they can survive. But when they do that, they get sick because of the radiation, and they've created their own sort of like religion and culture around like this apocalypse because they get sick when they go in, and it's because the gods don't want them knowing things. No, it's because of the radiation, but they wouldn't fucking know that. It's been generations since the war. Society was destroyed. I think it's a really good idea for a story that I don't think I executed as good as I could. I And they ask like, where is this going next? And the answer to that is I have no idea. I just kind of leave that one open ended. Like Octavia is in charge now. Hyde doesn't like it. Castro is dead. He was an old man and he got mauled by wolves and was dying of radiation poisoning. And maybe Octavia is open-minded, and because of that, things will get better, and maybe they won't. Who knows? But that's the story. And let's talk about almost getting fired. Yay! I love almost getting fired. So, I attend this town hall, and I said it earlier, I don't have the temperament for like national politics because I get very angry very easily, and I don't have good control over myself when I'm angry, and sometimes say things I don't forget, things I forget, things I regret. And as a reporter, you're not supposed to say things. You're not supposed to give an opinion. You're not supposed to talk about things, but what was said just got me so fucking furious that I lost my shit. And so what happens is, what are the issues affecting constituents in Iowa? Well, the number one issue affecting Iowa to racists is that there isn't enough violence at the southern border. How does that affect Iowa? Shut the fuck up. See, because theoretically, immigrants could move to Iowa and they speak Spanish and aren't white, and old fucking racist people fucking hate that. I swear like a sailor just in my daily life, and I have to turn that off when I'm on work, and sometimes I don't turn it. Well, actually, this is the first time that I've ever not been able to turn it off because I was just so. So anyway, this couple of just old fucking assholes starts talking about how there isn't enough being done at the southern border, and they bring up how they're mad that dastardly Biden took away the razor wire. Yeah, because Greg Abbott put razor wire in the Rio Grande River so that immigrants would get tangled up and drown. Yeah. Earlier in that meeting, this couple was like, "Oh, we're very pro-life. We need stronger abortion rights, and also we think it's good that a 19-year-old pregnant woman trying to find better life for herself and her child became tangled up in razor wire and suffered in torment for hours as it cut into her skin and then had a miscarriage. That's pro-life of us. We're pro-life. We're anti-abortion. We're pro." Razor wire abortions by the government, but we're anti-personal choice abortion. And like, people have died. Two fucking people have been murdered by this fucking razor wire. And, there's been fucking children who have been gravely injured. Like teenagers, fucking little. I'm pretty sure one of the ones in like the news article I said was like a 4-year-old girl getting like slashed up, bleeding everywhere from this wire. And also, it's not the razor wire is not the only fucking shit at this hellhole of a border, because they've also had orders to throw children back into the river. We're pro-life. We're pro-life. Drown those fucking kids because they aren't white, and this is a white ethno-state. But we're pro-life. We're pro-life. But anyway, the razor wire that I think's a fucking crime against humanity. I think. Well, I can't say what I think regarding the future of Greg Abbott, but anyway. This couple, complains that the fucking razor wire was removed because, we gotta secure our border. And I kind of scoff at this because I'm fucking pissed, and I struggle to control. I struggle with anger, and I struggle with self-control, and it's been a problem throughout my entire life. It's blown up in my face a lot of times. It's not an aspect of myself I'm necessarily proud of. But anyway, I scoff at it's bad that we removed the razor wire because it was murdering people. I scoff at this. And the representative just turns to me and clearly he disagrees and has a different opinion. And I say, and she fucking go to me. She fucking asks me to say something. But that's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. I should have been fucking professional. But what I said is, I think it's fucking horrible. And every single person on that meeting turned to me. Everyone got furious at me. I was thrown out. And you know what? I was uncivil. That was unbecoming of a reporter. It's not my job to say that. I know what I'm supposed to be as a reporter. I know how I'm supposed to act. But, I am so fucking sick of the concept of civility, where we're saying that the U.S. government should murder people for the color of their skin. To say that is perfectly civil. Say those immigrants, they should be brutally fucking murdered. To say that is fine. That is civil. That is polite. To say that people should be killed for the color of their skin. That is fucking polite. But don't you dare say profanity. There's nothing worse than profanity. Now, you are allowed to advocate white supremacist murders, but don't you dare say a naughty word. You are ruining this polite, civil conversation about why we need to murder people from Honduras to protect the white ethno-state. You are interrupting our calm, civil conversation about the necessity of brutally murdering immigrants by drowning them, by chaining them up in fucking razor wires so they drown. And I'm so fucking sick of the idea of civility, because what those old racist bastards says is 1,000,000 times less civil than what I said. It is 1,000,000 times worse. But they were not thrown out. They are not fucking pariahs. They didn't almost lose their jobs for saying, well, I think they were retired, but they would never almost lose their jobs. And that's the idea that is civility in a nutshell. You can say that we need to, you can have politicians say that trans people need to be eradicated, and that is civil. But if you say someone's a cunt for saying that, then you have ruined the civility of the discourse. You have been so impolite by calling genocidal bigots cunts. And I mean, some of that's on YouTube. I'll be demonetized for sure for this video. YouTube's gonna get mad because I'm gonna call it civility is bullshit, because I think civility is fucking bullshit. And YouTube does not like curse words in title. YouTube fucking loves transphobia, of course. They'll pump endless transphobic ads. The Epic Times on trans people shouldn't have rights. Yeah, let's make you watch that 50 times. Ooh, self-described fascist Matt, fuck, what's his last name? I almost said the name of a very nice person I know in real life who is named Matt, and that would not be fair to him. No, fucking self-described fascist Matt Walsh. Want to hear his opinions on why trans people shouldn't have rights? That's civil, you know. That's perfectly civil. But don't say a curse word, because the advertisers, they get mad when you curse on their ads about why genocide is good. And like I'm blaming other people. I'm shifting blame off myself. It I need to have better control over my rage, and what I did there almost got me fired. And if I wasn't a fucking good award nominated journalist who 90% of the people in the community love, and like keep getting like old ladies calling that, oh, this guy's column's the best, I would have been fired. Like seriously, like the representative called my office to ask my boss to fire me because I was so uncivil in her conversation about the necessity of brutally murdering immigrants to protect the white ethno state. Oh, son of a bitch! I got so distracted by talking that I forgot to catch an onyx. And do you know why it's bad I forgot to catch an onyx? Because if I caught an onyx, then that means I can't catch it in Victory Road, which means I've caught all of the Pokemon I can catch in Victory Road, which means I can get a Gabite. Shit, that's bad. But yeah, Civility is fucking bullshit. The Republican Party is a white supremacist organization that craves death and bloodshed. People, you are a bad person for being. If you vote Republican, go fuck yourself. Let's see, what else should I say? The willingness of the casual acceptance of brutal murders of immigrants by Americans is fucking disturbing, and there aren't. See, I can't. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. There are certain groups of people you're allowed to say should be killed. Like, as I've discussed, you can say that immigrants should be murdered. That's perfectly fine and civil to say. It is illegal for me to say who I think should be killed. I would. Well, no one's watching this, but if the FBI was watching, they would arrest me for saying who I think I should be killed. Now, it is fine for a politician to say immigrants should be killed. It is not legal to say that politicians should be shot. And the reason is because cops don't give two shits about morality or about right and wrong. They just care about power, and they protect the power of those in power. They protect the authority, and the job of the police is to protect the authority of the state, not to do any sort of fucking morality. The job of the police is to beat the shit out of black people who drink from the water fountain when the country is run by white supremacists. That's what the job of the fucking police is. Their job is to uphold systems of power, and these systems of power are often fucking evil. The job of the police is to carry out violence against immigrants when so requested. It is also their job to ensure no one ever defends themselves from that violence, because Americans do not have the right to self-defense. They have the right to be shot in the head by the government for not wanting to be shot in the head by the government. Which is why I don't back the blue. Honestly, God, I'm so tired of all of it. I am tired of the casual racism. I am tired of the love of violence and death. I am tired of the fact that there are people in this country. There are people in every fucking country. It's not just the US, of course. Like fucking Greece just drowned a few months ago. Drowned hundreds of people. Brutally murdered them. Women, children, who cares? We've got open borders with all the neighboring countries in Europe, and that's great. We like the open borders as long as they're white people. If they're not white people, we think they should be fucking drowned because we're a bunch of cunts, us, the Grecian Coast Guard. But the sheer contempt and hatred of immigrants is fucking disgusting, and it's always framed in an idea of public safety. Like, yes, we're brutally murdering innocent people, but some of them could theoretically be criminals. Not this one that we just drowned, but others could be, which is why we had to kill this one, because other people could maybe theoretically be people. And sure, American citizens are more likely to commit crimes than immigrants in the United States, but that's fine. What do you mean? Mass arrest white people because they could potentially commit crimes? That's ridiculous. Now, mass arresting and killing brown people because they could potentially commit crimes, that's perfectly fine. That's logical. Don't you want to stop the drug problems and keep our country safe? And the only way we can keep it safe is by paying people to commit violent crimes and hoping that they accidentally commit violent crimes against other people who are going to commit violent crimes in the process of committing violent crimes against basically everyone. Why are you looking at me like I'm a fucking lunatic? Like, this is perfectly reasonable, and I'm going to finish Iron Island later because I'm so tired of all of it.